Mesechus Sotah, Daf Lamed Vav. The Gemara discusses that Klal Yisrael, when they came over the Yarden, they wrote the Torah on the Avonim, and the Ramban in Parshas Kisavai brings numerous pshatim and what exactly did they write on the Avonim. He brings one pshat from Rishonim that they wrote like a minyan ha-mitzvahs of the mitzvahs in the Torah. He brings another pshat they wrote the entire Torah, and the Ramban himself says that they wrote only a Sefer Dvarim, only Mishnah Torah. In the Sefer Gvuras Yitzchak from Hagoyin Rabbi Yitzchak Sorotzkin Shlita, they ask, what's the understanding in this pshat in the Ramban that only Sefer Dvarim they wrote on the Avonim? What's the difference between Sefer Dvarim and the rest of the Torah? So Yitzchak Shlita answers according to tremendous eye-opening yesod that's mavur in the Maral in Tiferes Yisrael, that the Maral explains a tremendous difference between the first four Sforim and Sefer Dvarim. That the entire Torah HaKadosh is a krisis bris between HaKadosh Baruch Hu and Klal Yisrael. And the first four Sforim are carved to the Nisan Torah, and the Leah Sefer Dvarim is closer to the Makabli Torah. And the Maral explains many nafkaminas between the first four Sforim and Sefer Dvarim according to this Yesod. He says that's understanding why the first four Sforim was said through HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and the Leah Sefer was said through Moshe Rabbeinu. And he explains many differences between the Aseres HaDibros that was written in Parshas Yisro and the Aseres HaDibros that's written in Parshas V'eschanan. And the Aseres HaDibros in Parshas Yisro, it says Zochor, and in Parshas V'eschanan it says Shomor. What's the difference? And he explains because the mitzvah says Korv more to the Nisan Torah, however, Loisa says are closer to the Makabli Torah, and explains why. Ladies are Muslim, Loisa says, and then Asay, because Asays are closer to the Nisan Torah, and only men are closer to the Nisan Torah, they're Muslim and Asays, and however, Loisa says that are Korv to the Makabli Torah, even Noshem Ashayach too, so that's why in Parshas V'eschanan it says Shomer, however in Parshas Yisro it says Zochar. The Maral explains that's why it's called Mishnah Torah. It's referring to a Dover Miyuchid Mitzad the Mekabel Torah, and according to this, the Maral explains that's why it says Be'er Moshe is Divya Torah Azois. It's referring to Sefer Dvarim because it had to be explained with further detail because it's referring to the Mekabel Torah. So according to this, Yitzchak says that's understanding in our sugya as well. Since Sefer Dvarim, it represents the krisis bris of the Mekabli Torah. So therefore, specifically, Sefer Dvarim had to be written on the Avonim and to be shown to the Ummos Ha'olam. And since the Ummos Ha'olam are Chumri, they only a shaykh to Sefer Dvarim and not to the first four Sforim. And it's by the fact that the Ummos Ha'olam weren't Mekabel Torah, so therefore, it's Nechtam Lahem Gzar Dinam Ba'ayin Shamoit. Moving from on, the Gemara says, Ad Yavam Chashem, Ad Yavam Zukanisa, that it was Roy for Klal Yisrael to get the Nisim by Biyashni at the time of Ezra, like they got at the time of Yeshua, but it was Goyim Achet. The Achroinim ask from this Gemara, tremendous kasha on the Rambam. It's Mavur here now, Sugya, that although it was promised, Ad Yavram Zikonisa, there will be Nisim in the floors at the time of Ezra, nevertheless it was Goyim Achet, and they ask on that the Rambam says in Perek Yud, Hilchos Yesodi HaTorah, that when a Novi Emes promises a Dover Toiv, since it's promised through HaKadosh Baruch Hu, it can't be changed even through a Chet. So what's the understanding of the Gemara over here? That although it was promised to Klal Yisrael that they'll come in the May Ezra with Nisim and the Flois who's Nigrim Achet. So there's many Mahalchim and Achronim to answer this kasha, that Tzlach and Brochis says many Mahalchim, he says that they didn't come with Nisim was Adarabba Milo, because if they would have came with Nisim and the Felois like they came at the time of Yeshua, so then it would have had the status of Kibush Milchama, and Kibush Milchama at the time of the Churban would be Nisbatil the Kedusha entirely. So Adarabba, the fact that they didn't come with Nisim and Felois, they didn't have a status of Kibush Milchama, so it wasn't Nisbatil the Kedusha L'Olam. And he says another teretz, although it was huftach Ad Yavam Zukanisa, there wasn't a specific time in Ad Yavam Zukanisa. It didn't mean specifically Me'ezro, but Adrav, it's referring to the time of Mashiach. Klal Yisrael will go back to Eretz Yisrael with Nisim and the Flois. And the Tzlach says another mahal to answer this kasha, that since the Haftoch of Ad Yavam Zukanisa was said through Moshe Rabbeinu, and by Moshe Rabbeinu it said on him, V'gam b'cho yaminu l'oilom, it's Yedua, the Amunah, in the Nevuah of Moshe Rabbeinu. So therefore, even the situation that was Nigram Achet is not a chesor in the Amunah, in the Nevuah's Moshe Rabbeinu. So therefore, there could be a chazorah on the Nevuah, the Toivo, that was said through Moshe Rabbeinu, and specifically all the Nevi'im, that it can't be Chayzer shows that they're Novi Emes. However, by Moshe Rabbeinu, everyone knows that he's Novi Emes. The Mizrahi says a different mahalik to answer this kasha. He says a Nevuah, the Emes can't be Chayzer, it can't be Nehepach entirely from Toiv L'Ra. However, by the Haftocha that Klal Yisrael would come with Nisim and the Flois Me'ezro, the entire Nevuah wasn't Nepach, Mi Toiv L'Ra. Rather, the Ikka Nevuah was Kayim, and it only didn't have the Nisim and the Flois. The Maral and Guraya asks on the Mizrahi, what's the Makor to such a chilik? And the Maral says the answer is that specifically a Nevuah, the Toiv, there can't be a Chazorah on. However, over here, it wasn't Nevuah, the Toiv, it was Haftocha. And Haftocha, there could be a Chazorah on V'ayin Sham. Moving further on, the Gemara brings us the story of Yosef at Tzaddik and Eshes Potifar. And the Gemara says at the time that Yosef was in the Nisayin with Eshes Potifar, came the Dmus Yuknai of Yaakov Avinu and was nearer to Yosef in the window, and he said, "There's la'asid that all of the shvatim will be on the avonim of the ephod, and you'll be with them. Do you want your name to be erased from the other shvatim?" I in the Sefer Avodas David from a Gaon of David Goldberg Shlita, the Rashiva tells that brings a pshat from his father that explains why specifically did it come the Dmus Yukni of the father of Yaakov Avinu to save Yosef, and he explains according to Gaon in Brachis that the Gaon says he is saved in Brachis, that in order to be saved from a chet, before you start the chet, even Yiras Shamayim could stop a person from doing a chet. However, once a person already started doing the Aveiro, then the way to be nitzal from the chet is specifically through Yira of a boss of Adam. And he explains the Gemara in Brachos Daf Chav Ches L'Yirani Adam. So according to this, he explains that's the pshat now Gemara. Since Yosef at Tzaddik had a status like he was very maschil ba'aveiro, according to the Mandama that he came last his tzrochav, and even according to the Mandama doesn't hold last his tzrochav. Nevertheless, since Eshes Potifar was already grabbed on him with Godov, the head of status, like was his Chabaveiro, so therefore we needed Yiro of a boss of Adam to stop him from the Aveiro. I need to say for Ali Ber that brings from a Goin, Moshe David Meishlita, there was Mitzayin to Kavayosha that says a very Yisodistic point that learns out from the Gemara over here, that the Magid Meshorim brings that the Maggid's told Beis Yosef if someone wants to be nitzel from an Aveiro, he should be mitzayer to himself. The picture of his father is standing in front of him, and through that seer he'll be nitzel from an Aveiro, and he brings a raya from the Gemara over here by Yosef at Tzaddik v'ayin sham. Moving further on, the Gemara says that when Yosef at Tzaddik came to Paroi and told him that he wants to go bury his father because of his shvur to his father, so Paroi told him he should be shoyal on his shvur, And Yosef Atzadik told him, if I'm going to be shoyl on the shvur that I made to my father, I'm going to be shoyl on the shvur that I made to you, that I'm not going to megala to anybody, that you don't know Lashon HaKodesh. Eine Shara Melech that asked a tremendous kash on this Gemara. How could it be that Yosef Atzadik would be shoyl on a shvur that he wouldn't be megala to anybody, that the pari doesn't know Lashon HaKodesh? The halacha is that you can't be shoyl on a shvur until you mefaret and you speak out the details of the neder. And so as soon as Yosef would come to a chacham and tell the chacham what the shvur is, he's being over on the shvur, because the shvur is that he's not going to tell anybody. The pari does not know Lashon HaKodesh. So Shar Melech says the answer is because Yesh Oimim, that the reason why you have to mefaret the neder is because if you're not mefaret the neder, choshish that you made a neder dvar mitzvah. And over here Yosef was telling Paroi that according to you, you're not concerned on the fact that there was a neder dvar mitzvah, so then you don't have to mefaret the neder. And the Shar Melech brings from Rashi in the Dorm that says that a chacham could be shoyl and could be matir the neder himself, so it's he hated, they didn't have to mefaret the neder. And he brings from a Shidim Vetzes in the Dorm that's vu another teretz to this kasha that Yosef could have came to Chachamim with the shvur he made without the details of who he made the shvur to, and that's enough of period for the shayla on the shvur of Ayin Shamoit.